Nen ability tier list, but it's based on if you could have these abilities in real life. And if we go ahead and scroll down here a little bit, you'll notice that we have 134 different abilities to rank. So I had to bring in some help. I'm here with the man Kuro. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, I've read Hunter x Hunter before, so I think I kind of know some of these abilities, and I would love to have some of them in real life, so hopefully we can talk about that.
And before jumping into the rankings, make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button so I can see a bigger number and feel better about myself. Also, I'd like to say that this list is in alphabetical order, so if you wanted to go ahead and just skip to Bungee Gum, by all means, you could go ahead and do so. And now let's just start off with the very first ranking of the 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva. And personally, I'd probably put this, it depends, okay? Are we saying that if you have this ability, you also get like the speed boost that Netero has because he needs the speed for it, or?
That's a great question, because I think he like technically unlocked the ability or its full potential by getting to that speed level, right? So I guess it's kind of a prerequisite.
Yeah, I would say if the speed is necessary, I'd probably put it like B tier. But if it's not necessary, then I'd put it like D tier because I kind of see it as a glorified wrecking ball.
I was thinking somewhere in the middle, like maybe C, because just like I get the speed, but also I don't think it's like something where like you're like running really fast, right? Like it's kind of like
True.
you're reacting really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could like help you, maybe keep you safe if you really need to react to something quickly, but it might not be as good as like being able to run really fast or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that works for me. All right, the next up we have the 11 black children. And personally, I feel like any manipulation type abilities are probably like A tier, at least. When Kurapika like jumps up on the chandelier, he notices that like the 11 black children can only do very simple tasks.
Yeah, so that was what I was focusing on with this one. Like the other manipulation ones, I feel like they're more useful just because it seems like these like things that he's conjuring and manipulating, they're actually like not that durable, for example, or not that strong compared to like, you know, a regular human. Who's that guy? Basho or whatever, the guy with this stupid mustache. Like it seemed like he could just like beat them up pretty easily.
Yeah, but I would say like if you're in a daily setting and I don't know, you need someone to go open the fridge for you, you can just have one of the conjured puppets do that for you, and that's pretty useful in my eyes. So I'd probably put it like B or low A tier, somewhere around there.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe B then.
Yeah, let's start it.
We're not gonna put it all the way like super high, like A tier, right? And maybe it's a bit more moral than some of the other manipulation ones.
Yeah. Next up, we have the 14 devils. Personally, I just think this is a better 11 black children, unless I'm misunderstanding it.
I agree. It's like the same thing, but they're just better. Yeah. They can also beat people up.
Yeah. And they can combine into like bigger, better puppets, you know.
Oh yeah, it would be good for a rec like dodgeball team.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. All right, next up we have the adult Gon transformation, and it's pretty useless because you're just harming yourself.
It's so bad.
Yeah, you're just gonna
we need another tier for this shit. Like,
yeah, we might as well just add another tier. Like
literally die.
Literally kills yourself. It goes and kills yourself tier. It's just gonna hurt you. All right, aura arm. At first I thought this ability was so useless, but when I was reading up on it, it can like strangle people and you can kind of hold them hostage. So there are technically very niche uses for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so is the prerequisite for this that you need to like lose your arm? Because that's why he has the ability.
Oh yeah,
right?
You're right. You're so right.
His arm. So maybe like D, because like you kind of have to like hurt yourself, but like I guess D. You could protect yourself.
Yeah. All right, aura ball. I don't know. C. I just big ball goes boom. Maybe D then.
I don't even know, to be honest. Like, I guess you could use it to blow things up, but like I don't know when I would use this in my real life. You know, I'd say like D probably is good.
Aura blast. I don't need a machine gun on me at all times, so probably D.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. You could have
it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Greatest gun range ever with this, but it's D. Aura burst. See, I don't really know exactly like what entails the entirety of the aura burst itself. Like, do you get a little bit of a speed boost, or yeah.
That's a good question. Also, like, same thing as the arm. Like, do you need to be in a wheelchair to use it?
Fair enough.
Maybe if you're in like a car or on like a shopping cart or
True.
something, it would
Yeah,
like
but
be
then it's
helpful.
like,
But
if you're in a car, you can just hit the gas pedal and go faster anyway.
yeah,
So
I'm sure. Like, I guess we could like suspend our disbelief and say like, yeah, it can make you faster at running.
yeah, I don't. I'd put like top of D tier though.
Yeah, it's probably not like a crazy
Yeah.
like boost, right?
All right.
But better than the other one
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Aura synthesis, utterly useless because you have to consume another Nen user. And first of all, I don't want to be a cannibal. And second of all, there's no other Nen users. So it's just utterly useless.
You just be eating people for shits. Like, just be
become,
like, I'm hungry, and then just never get anything.
Become Agni, IRL. Autopilot. I think autopilot's, I don't know. It's good because you kind of just amp all of your physical abilities. But in the same sense, you're not really going to use that all too often.
Yeah, I forgot. Does it like hurt him or like strain him to do it? Or does he just find it annoying?
I don't, it probably strains him because he doesn't use it all that much, but I don't know. He just gets an insane physical amp.
Yeah. Like maybe if you're like an athlete.
Yeah, that's what I was
Really
thinking. Like
helpful.
if you're a track star and you have autopilot, you just are the greatest to ever exist.
Maybe that's what LeBron has.
True. LeBron definitely has autopilot. That's why he never ages.
So yeah, like C totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, battle tops. I don't know. Just chuck it in like C tier. I'm sure there's niches for and uses for it. It's like projectiles, entertain people. But it's just, yeah, you're not going to use it that much.
Yeah.
All right, Beelzebub. Probably, I'd say A tier. If you can like split yourself into multiple different versions of yourself and then use that to, I don't know, have doing like 20 tasks at once, you can speed up the time of anything you need to do.
It's like shadow clones, but like if you're just really fucking small.
Shadow clones,
but
yeah.
Like I think he can still do stuff like fine, right?
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. It's literally shadow clones, but if you're just a tiny little bug. All right, Benjamin Baton, useless. You just can't use it because you can't steal other abilities or have other abilities.
Yeah, even if there were other abilities, bro, your best friends would have to die. Like, this is so annoying.
All right, Big Bang Impact, just D tier, make things go boom. Big Wall, I don't really know. Probably D tier again.
If you're like a surfer, like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, I think the limitation is it needs to be raining when he uses it. And then like, I don't know, just go to the beach instead. Like,
yeah,
I guess
if you live in Oregon, that's perfect.
Yeah, I just think it's too limited, right? Like, you have to probably find a cave where you wouldn't like murder a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. All right, Biohazard. When I was reading up on this, just to clarify, this is the one where he can turn inanimate objects into like animals and stuff.
Yeah, but so sorry, I think the example in the picture is like he turns guns into like snakes and then, like kills people with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If it's only for like offensive reasons, then
no.
Like,
when I was reading up on it, it's not all offensive. Like you could turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say you want to turn your water bottle into a rat or whatever, and your rat is filled up with water and it runs over to you, and you could like make it back into a water bottle, if that makes sense. Because all of the animals you create retain the original use that the inanimate object had.
Yeah. So it's probably like what is it? Like, I guess it's like useful, but you have to be like intelligent enough to use it like correctly, right? Like you have to think through every use really properly. So C definitely makes sense because it's useful, but it's so complicated and like versatile that it could be difficult to use it properly.
All right, next up. See, I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name, but it's the black ape thing.
Garenu or whatever.
Yeah, Garenu, I guess. But
yeah,
I distinguished between the two because I know one, he could switch places with, I think the black one, the black Garenu, he switches places with other objects or people, and the white one he
Yeah,
could
the
switch
other
with
one is
himself.
himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would say, honestly, A tier. This is pretty broken.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you use it, right? But I think it depends on the limitation to like what the distance is. But
True.
yeah, I think there could be a lot of like uses for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably the other one should be pretty high as well.
Yeah, let's
but
just
I
do
guess
the other one right now since we're already talking about it. I think
Like,
the
I
other
don't-
one, it might be S tier.
Yeah, because like if you're just gonna fucking die, you just like switch with it, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you could just switch places with it and say, I don't know, you send this one to go to the grocery store. Let's say you have the ability to switch places with it in that situation. That seems pretty broken to me. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's
like teleport home.
yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
can kind of use teleportation with this, and you'd be like, all right, I don't want to walk home, so I'm gonna make my Nen conjured monster walk home for me.
Yeah, I think the only limitation with not with that, but with what I was saying with like protection, like I guess he does like his thing gets like hit and then by razors like dodgeball and he's like, oh fuck, I would have died, and then he just can't like he gets like traumatized, but
Oh yeah,
I guess he
forgot
gets
about
over that at a certain point, right? So it's whatever.
Yeah, I'd probably put it at top of A then. Definitely better than the other one, but it's not in the S tier yet.
Yeah, I definitely do think the ones that we will put in S tier are like insane. Like you would
Yeah.
use them constantly, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, Black Voice. Controlling other people, pretty broken if you ask me. Although moral issues regarding that are in question, but
Yeah,
even
it's like
still,
B.
I'd probably put it high B. Definitely, I think it's better than the 11 Black Children because you can control them more easily, and they're not limited.
More precise, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Black Widow is just pretty much armor shielding you, your hair armor. So I'm not in situations where I need armor all that much. I'm gonna probably put it in D tier.
Yeah, and also like I guess theoretically, if you were really worried, you could wear like a bulletproof vest or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Blinky.
Yo, this is S tier. I'm not gonna lie.
Really,
This is
really.
S tier.
I'm
You
not
could just get rid of
convinced.
anything, bro. It's gotta be S tier. Like, okay, I'm just thinking maybe not even in your daily life. But like, think about like the uses it has. Like look at like garbage dumps, for example,
Oh, yeah.
right?
We'd
Like, bro, what if you
eliminate.
could just get rid of that shit? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, we'd eliminate trash completely from the world if you had this ability.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the hand, but like you can't kill people with it, I guess.
All right, Bloody Mary. Honestly, I feel like it goes and kills yourself because I don't want to have an open wound at all times.
Yeah, and doesn't he have to carry around like an IV like all the time?
Yeah, he has to carry an IV around because he always has an open wound
Yeah, that's fucking
24/7.
dumb. I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
All right, body alteration. I think it's pretty broken. I'm probably gonna put it B, maybe low A tier.
I think B makes sense. Yeah,
B.
like it is crazy, but like also why do
True.
you need to do this, right?
You're probably not gonna do it all that often, but it is cool.
It is really cool. Yeah, I think if you're like Hannibal Lecter, it's really useful because no one would know who you are. But like,
All right, body and soul. I kind of forget exactly what this one does. I think it's like a truth punch.
yeah, I think it's like I think the way it works is that she like asks you something, and then like immediately after, if she punches you, you hear like a yes or no,
Oh,
or
I
like
see.
whatever the answer is. Like you don't necessarily say it, but like you both hear it, and then she can keep on like asking you. I think yeah, B makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, body
I think it's
transformation.
true.
Body transformation. Personally, I'm trying to be a real life JoJo character, so body transformation would be sick as fuck if I could just become Jotaro in real life, but not super useful. Maybe B tier.
For like weightlifting, I feel like it would be super useful.
Yeah, and
Like
I don't
if you
know.
have to move stuff. Yeah.
You can kind of just be however you want to look, so that's kind of broken in my. It's similar to body alteration, body transformation in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, we're here at Bungee Gum. Honestly, S tier.
Yeah.
It has the
This
powers
was the
of
this was the one
both.
I thought about when you introduced the video idea to
Oh,
me. I
really?
was like, bungee gum has got to be like one of the best.
Probably below Blinky though, because Blinky just, it's so broken for what it is. And I feel like
Yeah.
Bungee Gum is S tier because it's so versatile and you could do so much with it.
Yeah, like I feel like in your daily life it would be more useful,
Yeah.
right? Like you just like grab whatever you want and like you just have so much control over the things around you.
Yeah. And how can we not put it S tier? It has the
Yeah.
powers of both rubber and gum. It's just goated. All right, burrowing, pretty useless in my eyes. I don't need to dig in the ground, but like there are use cases for it, like more than these ones, I think. So maybe it's low C tier.
Yeah, I could see some uses, like I don't know, depends on your job, depends on what you're doing around your house, I guess.
Yeah.
But who
Become
wants
the
to go on the ground, right?
greatest gardener of all time with this.
True, true.
The cat who's lived a million times. See, the thing with this is like, I don't want to live billions of years because I could keep on regenerating myself.
Yeah, I don't know, like I guess in the sense that you won't die,
Yeah.
very useful. Like if I'm just thinking that, like S, I do understand why you're saying that though. Also, like she does have to like die to like regenerate, right?
Yeah,
So that
she
kinda
does
sucks.
have to die in order to come back to life. And then you also have to take the life of the person who killed you. So I
Yeah.
guess you don't die of
I
old
don't
age.
have empathy for them though.
See, my thing with this though is you still will die from old age, I presume. You just won't die from someone
Yeah.
actually killing you. And like, what are the odds of you actually dying from someone killing you? But again, if you have this and you get in like a car crash or something, that's very useful. So you don't die early.
Yeah, I guess when I was originally thinking of it, I thought like S, but I guess now that I'm thinking of it, like if you got like a disease or something, for example, you wouldn't just like live through it, right?
No, I don't think so because you have to take the life force of the person who killed you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's one later on the list that heals people that is going to be a lot better than
Yeah.
that. So
So if we have Cocoon and you can transform as many people as you want into Nen users, that seems pretty broken to me. You'd have like an army of Nen users, but also that would be scary because then you're just creating Hunter x Hunter in real life.
does it make her? I guess it's hard to say because we only really see Palm do it, and
Oh,
she was
wait.
already a Nen user.
Yeah, I guess
right?
you're
But it
right.
did make her better,
It
right?
does.
Because she got new abilities.
Yeah, so I wonder how that would work if you actually had that and you try to use it on someone. I'd probably say, yeah, maybe it doesn't actually give you a Nen ability.
Yeah, but I guess like okay, it depends on what you want, right? Like yeah, you turn into like half Chimera and like that probably is like kind of uncomfortable. But like also you'd be pretty durable, like you'd probably be stronger, like smarter, better at stuff. So like I guess C makes sense.
Yeah, I think C is
Maybe, like,
fine.
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Upper C though. Upper C for sure.
Yeah. Like it is useful and it would like probably have benefits, but like would you really want it?
Yeah. All right. I want to put this one in Kill Yourself because Cheeto is just the worst Nen user ever, but it's
I
literally
hate
just a
that.
crossbow. It is literally just a crossbow.
He
It's as,
really is the worst Nen user if you think about it.
with
Like,
without a doubt the worst Nen user.
yeah.
It's as useful as like a
I
gun
guess.
would be. It's as useful as what like
Yeah, but
dynamite
just
would
get a
be.
fucking crossbow, right?
Yeah,
Like, why is
exactly.
he doing this?
Exactly. All right, Contagion. I feel like, see, Contagion is one of the weirdest Nen abilities we've seen in the manga so far because you could,
Yeah.
if you kiss someone else, you give them the contagion, and then if they go on to kill, I forget the number, but if they kill X number of people, they become a Nen user, and they can like, it's a pyramid
You
scheme
like
for Nen
level up,
users.
right?
Yeah, you level up, and eventually, if you hit like level 100, you can pass it on to someone else. So it's a glorified pyramid scheme for Nen abilities in a sense.
That's a pretty good way to put it. I think it's just too convoluted. Like maybe
It-
D.
Yeah, and you got to think about all the
Yeah.
people who are gonna die from it because you got to kill them.
Yeah. Also, you gotta kiss like a million random people. Like, what the fuck? Like what? That's so
Yeah.
weird.
All right, convert hands. it's pretty goated. I can't even lie. You could change your appearance, and then you could also put your appearance onto someone else. But then again, it's not super useful in real life. When are you gonna need to change your appearance or like make someone look like you? Unless you're doing some shady ass shit. So
Yeah.
maybe like low B tier. It's like it's similar
Makes sense.
similar to body
Yeah,
alteration.
it's similar to that, but you're kind of doing it to other people as
Yeah.
well, I guess.
I guess
So that
it's
makes
it's a
sense.
more limited body alteration because I feel like with body alteration you could kind of make it look like however you want. But
Yeah.
like actually I gotta put body alteration down a little bit. You also have to put the needles into your face. I'm not trying to put
Yeah, I
needles
mean,
into
it
my
depends who
face.
you are. Maybe some people like that, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, same. All right, countdown. D. I mean, maybe just D. No, because you have to
You're
kill
just
people.
killing people though,
Utterly
right? Yeah.
useless. It's literally utterly useless.
And then you're not as fast as getting through in real life, right? So if someone just grabs you and like says like I got the bomber, you're
True.
just fucked, right?
Yeah, it's just so useless. Crazy
Yeah.
slots. I don't know. D. It's just like you get a better weapon than what you could get in real life if you wanted it.
I guess we didn't see every single like possibility from it.
True.
So it's kind of hard to say, right? From what we saw, yeah, it's just weapons, right?
I mean, it is cool. It is probably one of the coolest abilities, but it's
Mhm.
not super useful to have in real life.
Yeah, D totally makes sense.
All right, cross game. I kind of forgot what cross game does. So
It's like he like stops people and then like asks them questions or whatever, and then if they don't say what he wants, he can like freeze them again or
Mhm.
something. It's just I don't think you have a use for it in real
Yeah.
life.
sounds like a D
It's too
ability.
convoluted as well,
Yeah.
just like all the manga abilities, to be
Yeah,
honest.
pretty much every manga ability, he's like, how can I make this the most complicated shit ever?
This guy read too much JoJo's and he's doing this shit.
Yeah. All right, Dance of the Serpentine Bite. It's like, I don't know, you have a pedal hurting ability or like a paper hurting ability. Uh, D.
I guess you can destroy things.
Yeah, it's just D.
Yeah.
And then same with darts to darts. You're
Yep.
gonna put a dartboard on someone. D. D
It would
purple.
be fun.
Oh yeah, it would be fun,
Oh
but
yeah, except you die if like you lose at the end, right?
oh, kill yourself. It's kill yourself then.
Or
without a
is
doubt.
it you don't die but you take all the damage, I think. So it's pretty
Oh.
bad. Yeah.
And also you
okay.
have to be weird with like your sibling. So I'm not trying to have.
True. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. Deep purple. S tier. S tier without a doubt.
It's really good. It's like the fucking manipulation stuff, but just like way better, right?
Yeah. It's anything that has versatility, like deep purple, bungee gum. In my eyes, is S tier
Yeah.
because you can do anything you want with it.
Because he can turn like Deep Purple into anything, right? Like it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be like what he showed, right? Like it could be anything.
Yeah. It
Same
can
with Bungee
literally
Gum,
be.
so,
It can literally be anything. So
yeah, it's just
probably number
great.
one right now in my eyes. I think it's better than bungee gum
I
because
mean,
bungee
honestly,
gum
like
is connected
yeah,
to the user. So
yeah, like honestly, even in the series, this is probably like the best like made like Nen ability. Like it maybe it's not the strongest, but like in terms of how versatile it is, like still the best.
yeah,
So,
I definitely agree with that.
yeah.
Disembodied hands. C. It'd be cool. Like, I mean, you could use it. You could use it around the house, you know, like to go and
Yes.
grab things and be a little lazy piece of shit like I am. But you're not using that outside. You don't want to have flying hands go around. So
Yeah.
I'd probably
It
put
would
it.
be useful on Halloween.
All right, dive bomb. D. We don't. Oh wait, not exorcism. Dive bomb. We don't even have to talk about it. It's just D. It's just
Yeah.
you could
it's
swoop
just
down.
whatever.
Exorcism. Probably also D. It's like, what are you gonna, or maybe even utterly useless.
What? Wouldn't it be useless? Because there's no other Nen, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's utterly useless.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Blythe, S tier.
It's so good, right?
It's so good.
I
You
feel
become
like-
the greatest doctor.
I feel like maybe it's better than Deep Purple. Actually, maybe.
I would
It's
say
so
Deep
close.
Purple is better because it's more versatile. Like with Dr.
Yeah.
Blythe, you're pigeonholed into becoming the greatest doctor ever. With Deep Purple, you can use that literally every day.
That's true. Yeah, like I guess someone does have to be injured for that. I guess the thing I'd say with Dr. Blythe though is you can heal yourself. I guess I'd say they're pretty equal, but I understand the versatility for sure. Yeah.
Dog manipulation, high A tier in my eyes. Not only can you have like servants, but you also have a horde of dogs.
It's not as useful as like Deep Purple just because of what you're manipulating,
Yeah, I think it's better than
but still
Beelzebub,
good. Yeah. Yeah,
but
for
probably
sure.
under 14 devils because dogs are more limited than like humanoid creatures. All right, now we got Doppelganger, and this one is it's another manga ability, so convoluted as shit, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like it works like weirdly. I guess this also kind of reminds me of a stand because it kind of functions the same way in terms of being tangible. Like he's
Hmm.
intangible through like walls, but I'm pretty sure he killed someone while he
Yeah,
was using it. So like he can kind of choose when he's tangible and not. So I think it is useful. Like you could just get this doppelganger to do what you want, but at the same time your main body is pretty exposed, right?
yeah, but it's like you'll wake up instantly if someone talks to you, so your doppelganger will just go away. But also, if you just I don't
Mm.
know lock yourself in your room and lay down, not much people can do about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I don't know. I also don't see you using it very often in this, so it's probably like C tier. Double face, it's useless because you won't have the other ability.
Like you just have a bookmark,
Yeah, it's just
but
a
it's not even
bookmark.
a real bookmark. So
All right, double machine gun, just throw it in D. These just are. What are you gonna do? You could just have a real machine gun. I guess.
it's sick as fuck, though.
I mean, it
Like
is sick as
I know
fuck.
it's useless, but it's sick as fuck.
I mean, I think it's better than Aura Blast just because you have a cooler gun ability.
I think at least this one people could see it, right? So
True.
they'd be like, "Oh shit! Like you're kind of cool."
But also your fingers have to like be cut off and dangle down, which kind of sucks again.
Oh yeah. Wait, wait. Is it kill yourself then? Because like you just don't have. Well, I guess you still have fingers.
You do have fingers, but they're like stitched on, and you have to like unstitch them if you want to shoot the gun.
Wait, but
It's
is
kind of kill
Machi the
yourself.
one who stitched on his fingers, or did he stitch them back on himself?
I don't think it ever. He just kind of like pops it off, and then he can like pop
Yeah,
it back on.
let's just leave it at D.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
All right, double. Pretty broken.
Yeah,
Pretty broken.
that's pretty cool.
Probably eight. Top of. I don't think it's S tier, but it's probably top of A tier in my eyes. All right, dowsing chain. It has uses. Like you can.
Can't you just use it to like find like whatever? Like it
Yeah,
doesn't just have to
yeah.
be. So like B makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
like
you're at the beach using this.
you'll never lose your phone ever again. All right, dragon's head is cool as fuck. It's probably around the 100 type Guanyu Bodhisattva just because it's cool.
Yeah, this is just his ability from the Krollo fight, right? Like
Yeah.
he just like. Okay, yeah, it's like
He just like
the same
snatches
thing with
him
that.
and like holds him in place. So
It's pretty cool, but like it's only self-defense, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But with Dragon's Dive, on the other hand, you can fly. So being
Dude,
able to
honestly-
fly on the dragon,
Honestly, S tier. It's
Really?
so good.
S tier.
Like he went so fucking fast everywhere.
True. I guess it's like a slightly worse teleportation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or like, I don't know, like you could just have your own private jet. Depends on how good you are at maintaining it, but
True.
like
Yeah. You convinced
it's probably
me.
not as fast as that, but you could get to like some places pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, Emperor Time. I don't know. This one's weird because we're kind of saying that you don't also get like the other Nen aspects of it. So, in a sense, kind of useless.
Yeah, it's just useless then, right?
Yeah.
Because it just amps him, I think.
All right, enchanting music. Melodies, just music in general is pretty broken because you can soothe people. You won't ever be stressed if you just play your own music.
I feel like, yeah, the stress thing was something I thought about. And then also like how much charisma you'd have. Like remember in the manga, she uses it to like help the two like princes escape.
Yeah. And also
So,
she
like-
she uses it during like the banquet thing and everyone just becomes instantly calm.
Yeah, exactly. So, or they're like kind of teleported to like a different like headspace, right? So I think B makes sense. Like
Maybe A
if you
tier.
wanted to use it to kind of convince people of stuff.
Maybe low A tier, I think. This one is probably S tier.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Like okay, imagine like you're a farmer, for example. Bro, you'd be fucking rich.
Infinite food glitch right there. You
Well,
pretty
that
much,
ass. Even in the middle of winter, he could just hold
yeah,
something in his hands and then he's got food.
you'd end world hunger with this. All right, this one just goes into the other exorcism one. Useless. Explosive orbs. It's just another aura ball, essentially.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Fleedom, flea
It's
sniper.
a really good sniper, but
Yeah, it's a broken
yeah.
sniper, but again, it's just a sniper. When are you gonna use a sniper?
Yeah, like if you're in the military, maybe, like, I guess it's good, but also, like, I don't think our everyday use is like killing people, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, fun cloth. I think this is high A or S tier.
Because you're just like shrinking things, right? And keeping them with you.
Yeah, you can pretty much shrink whatever you want to fit inside of like the little cloth.
I think it's so good for moving stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see an S tier, maybe even a high like A tier, yeah.
I think I don't think it's better than double though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, A tier. A tier is fine, yeah.
But if we bump double up, then I think fun cloth could also go up.
I think I think the S tier is just like so like such like special abilities, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
I don't think they really match like that stuff.
Yeah,
Just in terms of I think those things are like impacting like the world around us or like making your life so easy that like you don't have to do anything.
yeah, I agreed. Probably A tier then.
Yeah.
All right, gallery fake. Um, C tier, being able to just C or B tier, being able to copy whatever you want and make a. But it's also like the copies are kind of useless.
Yeah, that's I think C tier just because there's too many restrictions, right?
Yeah.
Like they just disappear after a while.
God's accomplice though, S tier. Maybe A tier, A tier.
Wait,
Being
sorry,
able to.
what does this one do again?
All right, God's accomplice. If you hold your breath, you can turn invisible. Oh wait, no.
It's that guy.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
God's accomplice makes so that you could turn someone else invisible with you.
Yeah, and then his other ability is just the basic like
Yeah.
turn yourself invisible.
Although it's super
I could
limited.
see an S tier. That would be pretty fun.
It would be fun, but then again, it's like, what are you doing to turn invisible? Only some shady ass shit.
Well, I don't know about you, but every time I see someone from my high school, I wish I could turn invisible. So I would find it very useful, but I could see a lot of people who wouldn't want to use it very much. So I
Yeah.
could see like a high A tier in
Yeah.
that regard, but for me, like it would be an S tier.
It'd also be cool to like make someone else turn invisible, you know? It's like you and someone else is invisible.
It's like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's literally just Harry Potter.
Yeah.
This one is weird because Godspeed, there's a bunch of different subsections of Godspeed, but I kind of just grouped it all into one. Still, it's still broken. So probably S tier, just because you could be super speed and you're.
I agree. I think low S tier makes sense just because you're so fast, you can travel so much, but also there's the time limit, right?
Oh, I forgot about the time limit.
But it's not that bad. Like he moves between like cities that
True.
fast, right?
Yeah. Great haiku. For me, this one would suck because I can't write for shit. But if it's in the right hands, it would be broken.
I agree. I think like B, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is important. I was just when I was looking at it, I was just thinking like, oh, this would be amazing. But yeah, you do also have to be able to write.
I mean, you would get better just by having the ability. Probably high B tier.
Okay, it's conditional, right? Like it's hard to think of what hypothetical.
Yeah. Okay, Hakaware, useless. It's cool, but no other than user.
Yeah.
All right, now hide and seek, S tier. It might be one of the best abilities.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Not only can you teleport, but you also have your own dimension.
It's just like infinite storage. Like you could do whatever you want with it, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, there is a limited storage. You only have a certain number of rooms inside of hide and seek, but it's your very own dimension to store things in.
Yeah, like think about like if you had like a storage locker, for example, but you had like every storage locker in that one unit. Like
Yeah.
you could never fill up that, right?
Yeah. All right, Holy Chain. It's just a buffed healing ability. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think it's good. I just don't think it's like Dr. Blythe where like
Yeah, no, no, not at all.
it's so good, but at the same time, like maybe maybe Emperor Time helped out with it, but Kurapika like healed his own arm after it got like shattered
Yeah.
like pretty instantly. But that's probably because of Emperor Time, right?
You know, it definitely is because of Emperor Time, but even still, it probably possesses some pretty strong healing abilities. But if we're separating the two in Emperor Time and everything else, then it's definitely not as good. I, in that sense, I'd probably put it probably low B tier.
Okay, yeah. Like we haven't really seen how fast it could heal other than
Yeah.
that, right? So that makes
Or
sense.
what are the limits of its healing capabilities with or without Emperor Time? I'd probably put it somewhere like high C tier. I don't know. Maybe just C tier in general. It's just like, what are you really gonna use it for?
Yeah, I think it's useful for like self-defense. That's probably it though, right?
Hypnotic spell, probably A tier. It's
Yeah, I
messed
guess
up.
yeah.
It's messed up, but like being able to completely control, like restrict someone's ability to do something. Actually, I'd probably put a B tier. It's like you're not really gonna use it. It's good, but you're just not gonna use it.
The only thing again that I would use it for is like self-defense. Like maybe I'd be like, "You can't kill me," and then they wouldn't kill me, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, you could maybe you could use it in like a mental health situation.
yeah, that's interesting. But at the same time, if you have those applications, then I think I'd rather have an ability like Dr. Blythe, where like
To be honest, I forgot what this one does.
I'm pretty sure
Inamura.
he just surfs.
Hey, you could be the greatest surfer ever, but you
Like
could
I
be
no,
a
I just think he just conjures a surfboard and then he just
ah
surfs.
shit. Yeah, you're not even gonna be good. You're just gonna have a surfboard.
And if we're putting the big wall in this tier, then it makes sense, right?
But Big Wall is just better because it still has uses to it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, indoor fish. I think it's utterly useless.
Well, it's just like the hotel one, but like you actually kill someone, right?
Yeah,
So what's the point?
you just become the greatest torturer ever. Instant lover. Probably B tier. Probably B tier.
You'd have to be pretty nefarious to use it, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of girls have that power in real life. It's probably not even useful anyway.
They already have the ability to. All right, joystick manipulation. It controls someone pretty good. B tier.
Yeah, it's just the same as the other
Yeah.
manipulation.
All right, judgment chain. Well, I don't know. You go ahead and say what you think about this one.
Okay, this is just the one where like that he uses to kill or he uses to restrict people, right? And then
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they do whatever he doesn't want them to just die.
yeah.
Like again, maybe self-defense. Even the mental health stuff that you're talking about, it wouldn't even work because like you would just give them what they're going for, right? So like
Yeah, but what if you use it in like a prison setting? Someone gets or commits crimes. You could be like, all right, we can let you free, and if you ever do this thing, you're just gonna die on the spot.
yeah, I think it turns into like a moral like thing though, right? Like the death
Yeah,
penalty and stuff. Like it would end up being so convoluted that you'd probably just get a bunch of shit for it. I'd
true.
say like D tier. But
Really,
yeah.
D tier. Yeah,
Like
I guess you're right.
I didn't know when I'd use it, you know?
Yeah, Jupiter, D tier. It's cool, but like,
You
what
just
are you
have
gonna
D
use
tier.
with it? You're never gonna use it.
If you're an astronomer, really useful.
But it's just a worse real life Jupiter.
Yeah.
It's just a
Basically.
big ball.
Yeah.
All right. This one is weird because are we saying it only applies to Gungi playing or can it apply to like other aspects of life? Like say you want to become the greatest chess player ever. Could you also use this ability to become the greatest chess player ever?
That's what I was thinking too, actually. I think I put it S tier.
Really?
And
S tier.
I think the reason was because I was thinking like that, and I was like, I think in the article on the wiki it says maybe the reason she's so good is because she placed a restriction on
Yeah.
herself that says she'll die if she loses, which
Yeah.
means like her Nen would get stronger. And
But
I
it's
think it is
also
confirmed this is a Nan ability, right?
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed it's Nen. But it's
Because
also
Meruem's like observing her, right?
yeah. Also, if you wanted to use this in like a chess setting or a sports setting, would you die if you lose? Because
Yeah,
that's
probably. I think it would depend on what you're doing, right? Like I think what she's playing, I don't know if Gungi is a real like activity, but like
no, it's not
it
a real
seems very
thing.
similar to it seems very similar to chess though, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
Like
similar to chess.
she's literally never lost before. If you like actually never lost at chess, bro, you'd be pretty rich. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's like
I was
if
like,
she does lose, she's gonna die. So it's like if you do lose at chess, you're gonna die. And it's not like if you
yeah,
have this ability, you're automatically good at the thing you want to be good at.
yeah, I think it's a bit ambiguous. So maybe A tier then?
Yeah, I think it's
If we're
somewhere in
kind
A
of worried about
tier.
that restriction, yeah. But also, like, it isn't confirmed whether like she will actually die. But I think she'd probably kill herself if she actually lost. So.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I mean, that's kind of what she's saying, right? Like, she's just like, I will kill myself if I lose to you.
Yeah,
Karma.
yeah. Damn. All right, leech manipulation. Sorry, that was funny.
Damn.
Leech manipulation. It kind
Ew.
of just serves as a torture device. D tier.
I guess if you really want to make someone drink beer, go crazy. But like, other than
Hey.
that,
Some people would love that.
yeah. Don't. But I guess you also have to hang around leeches all the time. It's kind of gross.
And do you also have to have this like gross ass tongue too?
That's what I was wondering about the worm guy too, like the guy who
Oh,
buries
really?
underground. Because I was like, does he look like that because he's just underground all the time, or like?
Shit, maybe you're right. Maybe they both deserve kill yourself tier because I don't want to look like that.
I don't know. Maybe it's not confirmed though. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it's convoluted. I'll just throw them both in like
It's
D
a
tier.
conditional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, lightning palm is kind of just useless. I mean, not like super useless, but actually, let's say you could harness the lightning powers you use. Then it would be useful because you can have like electricity, like unlimited electricity and power.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just like a better taser.
Yeah, if it's a better taser,
So-
then just high D tier.
Yeah, it's just like this thing we already have. It's just a bit better than it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, little eyes. Being able to like see through something that's tiny is pretty cool, but when are you gonna use it? I don't really know.
I mean, unless you're like a perv, like I don't really think you use it that much, right?
All right, little flower.
Oh, it's probably D tier just because you can blow shit up, right? But
Yeah. It's just something you could already do in real life, but becomes easier to do.
yeah, exactly.
All right, love shower. You just create a giant web where you can trap people. Again, if you're a little messed up, it could be useful if you want to kidnap someone, but you're just not going to do that. I hope. I don't know. Some of the people watching, they might like this one.
I don't know. We're talking to anime fans. Here,
Yeah,
you
you're totally right.
never know. They might want to kidnap their senpai. Yeah, so I agree with you. It's pretty
Yeah.
not the best, but
All right, lovely Ghost Rider on the other hand. S tier.
well, okay. Is this better than the haiku though? Because she doesn't actually make things come true, right? Like she just tells you like very vaguely that something's gonna happen, right?
She can predict or she doesn't like predict the future. She tells you what the future is going to be.
But like, is that actually useful though? Like,
I mean, think about it. Think about from the perspective of Nostrad himself. He's a rich man because of the power she has.
oh, like if you're like exploiting it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You could become
Yeah.
a rich billionaire with it, probably.
Oh, I guess if you're thinking like stocks or something.
yeah, exactly. You
Okay,
could,
I was thinking like personal like safety. No. Okay, that
Yeah.
totally makes sense.
you could have
Yeah, it
predicted
should be
the
S tier.
GameStop boom or whatever and become rich.
Yeah, or like betting or something.
Although
like-
you could be like, she doesn't actually read them, but I think that's her choice and not actually the abilities restriction.
I think so too. I think that's Like when she's explaining it to Chrollo, she seems like, oh, I just don't read them, but like,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. All right, I think magical spa services is the best ability you could have in any media.
Like it just heals you, right?
It heals you. Okay, yeah, it does heal you. It makes sure your fatigue go away. It makes,
Yeah.
I don't know, you just become healthy. It's not the best one because it kind of goes hand in hand with the other ability she has, and I think that one is maybe the best one in all of anime. But one's still S tier.
I think S tier. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just good. Yeah.
Memory bomb, probably also really good. A tier, high A tier in my eyes.
Well, I think there's probably a lot of different applications. Like, hey, you could never get gaslit by anybody.
Yeah. Say you get an argument with someone and they're like, nah, I'm right. You just be like, bitch, watch this. I'll show you what happened.
Also, like, I don't know, maybe it's not every day, but like legally, like it would be so easy to,
True.
I don't know, like I guess defend yourself.
Become the best lawyer ever. I guess not
Pretty much
really.
like Saul Goodman.
You can't really shoot. Actually, yeah, you could steal memories of other people, right?
I think so. I don't remember.
I don't remember if it's only her memories or if it's the memories she can also steal. Oh wait, she does use it. Remember when they go to assassinate Squala? She gets the memories of Kurapika from Squala and then shoots it into she shoots it into Nobunaga and the other person that was there, and then they also remember they know who Kurapika is through that.
Yeah, so it is pretty versatile. I think A is good.
Yeah, probably higher up in A. I feel like fun.
It's so good, but also you might not need to use it as much as she would, for example.
Yeah, exactly. It's like really good, but you just won't use it as frequently. Metamorphosis can go and kill yourself, because I take that back. I was gonna say kill yourself because I don't want to look like this beast, but if you could become anything you want, then it probably goes up to like C tier.
I think anything you want might be a stretch though, right? Like,
yeah, it's definitely a stretch.
I think yeah, I don't want to turn it into that. It's either like useless to me or like kill yourself, because like,
all right, Missile Man, just D tier, just better missiles,
pretty much.
Needle body hair, again, D tier. It's like I can't think of anything you'd use this for.
It's only good for defense, I think.
Yeah, probably higher in the D tier.
Just because it's like passive defense, I guess.
Yeah, but again, you could just protect yourself with Dragon's Head or 100 type Guanyin Byasafa or all of these other abilities, really.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Needle people, A tier. A tier or S tier?
It would be pretty useful. Also, like devious, but very useful.
I mean, yeah, super devious, but you could manipulate whoever you wanted into doing whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Even not in like a messed up sense. Say you're in like school, manipulate your teacher, instant A+, no matter what.
Oh shit! Wait, I didn't even think about that, man. If I could have done that in school, wow.
Yeah, or shit, maybe you don't want to use it on your parents, but say you get yourself in a predicament, boom, Mom and Dad, I did nothing wrong. They'll be like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I guess the thing is with this one, like, it's probably S tier.
Yeah.
Only if you have no morals, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'd say A tier.
I feel like A tier. I feel like with the S tier abilities, they're either super broken or there's something you're gonna use literally every day. And yeah. I feel like with this one, it's broken, but it's not like super broken, and it's not something you would probably use every day unless you become super fucked up in the head.
Yeah, like personally, I probably wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
But I would acknowledge that it's very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's the orange and red arrows for Pockle, but I just found them both kind of underwhelming, so I combined them into Nen arrows. So
wait, aren't they literally just arrows?
I think the orange one and the red one have like special powers to them, but they're pretty much just arrows. Just D tier.
Yeah.
Nen threads, I'd probably put it maybe even S tier, but definitely up here in like A or S.
I think I put it S tier, just because like it seems like Hisoka like he literally cut off his arms, right? Or he got his arms cut off.
Yeah.
And then like his arms are completely fine.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it works just perfectly, right? So it's like if you had stitches, but like they were completely perfect and you could just recover like any part of your body.
True.
Yeah, she's also just a really good Nen user for
Yeah,
sure. I guess the one like caveat that I just thought of is that like you probably couldn't really use it on yourself. Or like you could, but if you got like your arm knocked off, for example.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed unless you're just super goated with it. You could weave it together with one hand.
Yeah, but I guess now that I'm thinking of it, like probably you would get like a much more minor injury than like literally getting your arm ripped off.
Yeah.
So it's probably whatever.
Yeah. All right. Now, this one is a big one. Nen itself.
Like this is just everything that's not Hatsu, right?
Yeah, for this one, I'm kind of separating Hatsu and then everything else into its own category because Hatsus are pretty special. They're definitely different from Nen in general. So I just kind of wanted to separate the two, and I didn't want to like ignore Nen altogether. And with Nen itself, there's Een, there's like Gyo, there's so many different applications to it. I forget what all of them are called because there's just so many different parts to it. But it's pretty broken if you just have Nen.
I maybe even S tier, to be honest, like really high defense.
I think it's definitely S tier. Like, yes, high defense, you can have a strong offense. And also, if you think about it, Isaac, I don't know if Netero didn't age because of the Dark Continent, something he found there, or is it because of Nen itself?
Yeah, I mean, what am I thinking of? Hamon in JoJo's.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of one of the abilities that it gave you, right? Like Lisa.
Yeah.
Was, like looking pretty young, even though she was 50. And maybe that's something that comes to really strong Nen users as well.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
it's
just trying to think about. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about all the different abilities. Like N could be very useful. Like no one could like sneak up on you, be aware of your surroundings all the time. Like Gyo, like you were talking about, like you could just see whatever you wanted, like just be able to analyze things like very carefully. You could enhance like any part of your body really.
Yeah.
For any use, like with I think it's Ren or like Poe.
Nen is just the best power system in all of anime, so I think it deserves S tier just because of that.
Good writing.
Peak fiction.
Pretty much.
All right, Order Stamp. I kind of forget what Order Stamp was. Is this the one where he can make them? Oh, he turns like corpses, or like he could turn things into puppets.
I think that was what it was. Like it's another manipulation ability, right? Because he's getting. I think it's when he's telling them like kill Hisoka and then or, like destroy him or whatever, and then he just like stamps this like order onto them.
Yeah, that's pretty broken. But it's like, what can you use it on that's not a corpse that turned into a gallery fake puppet thing, you know?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Probably B tier.
Depends what you can use it on, right? Like if you could use it on something that's like living, for example, then it's just another manipulation.
Yeah,
one, right?
I don't think you can. I think it has to be like I guess if you had like a collection of dolls, like I forget who it was. It's one of the, not Darby the gambler, the other one, the brother.
Darby the younger.
Yeah, Darby the younger one. He has like the collection of dolls as it stands, and if you just had a ton of dolls, you could make them do whatever you want. You stamp them and give them any order. In that sense, I think it's probably better than like 11 Black Children.
Yeah, I just think I think maybe it's complicated as well, right? Like I think Crollo had to specifically stamp them with like destroy Hisoka instead of kill Hisoka.
It was it was break Hisoka.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so maybe there's some limitations, but yeah, I guess you can find a good way to apply it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Pain Packer. Either D, useless, or kill yourself, because I feel like it just harms you more than it helps
I think
you.
it's kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, he literally almost died to, like, get any use out of it, right?
He almost dies. He burns everything around him. So it's just kill
Yeah.
yourself. It's gonna hurt you more than it'll ever help you.
And it's just gonna destroy everything else too, like you're saying, so.
Yeah. Now with Gone's paper, pretty D.
Yeah.
All right. Now with parallel future. This one is very interesting. It's pretty much Epitaph from JoJo's.
It it's, like, close, right?
Yeah, the only thing that I could think is different is that you need to be in a state of Zetsu in order to use it. But it's like, who cares if you're in a state of Zetsu if you can see into the future and then skip 10 seconds into the future?
Yeah, I was trying to read up on it again before, excuse me, before, like, recording, and I think just it was still confusing me. It seems pretty convoluted, but at the same time, Serednik, like, didn't know anything about it. He didn't even know he was using it, and
Yeah.
still, like, he used it in a way that meant he wasn't gonna die in a situation where, like, he very well could have died if he didn't have it.
Yeah.
So I think honestly could be like high A or even S depending on how useful you think it is. Like, you wouldn't be able to get out of a certain death situation,
Yeah, I'd
but
probably
something
put
like
it
this,
A tier.
yeah.
It's literally just Epitaph and King Crimson combined.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like the other person or people like actually live through those moments instead of
Yeah.
it being like skipped over
Yeah.
for them. So maybe that would cause confusion. But again, it's just like self-defense, right?
Uh
So
huh. I
yeah.
mean, I wonder if you could like see into the future and then not skip, because then it'd be kind of broke. It'd be better.
Yeah, I thought that I was reading about it again and there was something like that maybe, but it's still weird. I wonder how far it might actually be able to go into the future because he's such a new like Nen user,
Uh
right?
huh.
Maybe it's even more broken than we
True.
think.
All right. Next up is Perfect Plan. We kind of described this one earlier with God's Accomplice. I think it's probably just a slightly worse God's Accomplice because you can't use it with someone else. I mean,
Totally, yeah.
they just go hand in hand together.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, phasing bullets. This is when Gene like copied Leorio's teleport punch and then kind of twisted it a little bit. But I think it's pretty cool in that he could phase through objects. But again, if it only applies to bullets, not super useful. Probably just D tier.
I think Jing has so many other abilities that would be
Oh yeah,
useful in like real life. Probably ones that he hasn't even shown as well, right? So
for sure. Next up, piano massage. This is what I was describing earlier with magical spa services. I think this one is the most a broken ability for the average person in any anime.
so sorry, can you describe exactly what it does?
Yeah,
Like
so
it just it's like healing, right?
with piano massage specifically, it's remember when they were training in the Chimera Ant arc? Um,
Yeah.
when Biscuit used this ability, she was able to turn 30 minutes of sleep equivalent to 8 hours of sleep.
Oh shit. Oh, I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, when they're fighting like Knuckle and stuff. Yeah, that's insane. Okay.
I
You could do
honestly
anything with
I
that.
honestly think this is the best ability. Because think about it, if you use it every single
Yeah.
day, you just get an instant third of your life added on.
That's true. At the same time, I'm trying to figure out like when exactly you would use it. Cause like if you're going to sleep at like say like you work like 9 to 5 or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And you go to sleep at I don't know, like 12 every day, like midnight. Then you only sleep for like half an hour and then you're like awake. But then you're gonna be up for a really long time compared to when you would usually be
Well, you could just use
before
it.
work.
You could just use it again before work.
Yeah, I guess whenever you have half an hour, right? Like I'm thinking like I take the train to work, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess I could use it on the train.
Yeah, you'd probably just use
Pretty
it
much.
once before work, once after work, and then you just stay up the rest of the time.
Well, I guess you'd just be able to get so much rest that you'd be
Yeah.
like insane. So okay, that's totally fair. I think it's I think it should be probably the highest there. Yeah.
All right, next up is Possession Arrow. And this one is weird because we don't really know exactly what it, I mean, we kind of know what it does, but not to the full extent in the manga so far.
I guess like if you're like an activist or like running for office, it would be really useful. But
Yeah,
you might not need like a mob of people in your daily life, right?
it's probably C tier because I feel like with D tier, it's just real life objects, but better. But with C tier, it's like there's still some very niche uses for them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think C tier makes sense. All right. I actually forgot what Predator does. I remember when I looked it up. I think it's just
It's
exorcism
yeah,
again.
it's like exorcism with like someone else's ability. So like the guy who has it, he's like a bodyguard for one of the princes, and because he's studied him for like 5 days in a row or something and knows like literally everything about his Nen beast, then he can like his
Oh,
ability
yeah.
can just eat the Nen beast, and then the prince like loses his protection, like dies immediately. But yeah, in this scenario, completely useless.
Priest staff, we haven't really seen much of this. It's just a staff that can grow. It's like in Dragon
It's
Ball.
just a staff.
It's remember when, I don't know if you've ever seen like the OG Dragon Ball, Goku had the little staff and it literally just like grows and shrinks. It's kind of just like that.
Yeah, it's reminding me of Heroes End 2 from Naruto. Like he's just got his
Oh
fucking
yeah,
like
true.
growing
I
like
forgot about that
thing or
one.
whatever.
But
I mean, I think it's just useless. Yeah.
really, you think it's useless? I think
Or
it's
sorry, like I guess it's D tier because like yeah, you have a staff and you can like maybe
I
poke things
yeah,
with it.
I'd put it like high D tier because it's not like you have super niche uses for it, but it's better than like a
Yeah.
normal staff. All right,
Yeah, that's true.
projectile punches. It just, I mean, maybe C tier if you want to become the greatest boxer ever. But it's like, imagine you're in the boxing ring, you just like shoot the projectile punches. They'll be like, how the hell am I getting hit right now?
It's better than the teleporting one that we're gonna look at later.
Yeah, really.
Because yeah, you could probably actually use it and maybe you wouldn't get caught.
True.
But like the teleporting is like you might not get caught unless you're like on TV, which I
Yeah.
guess would happen if you're the greatest boxer ever. But I don't know, maybe if you got to fight someone or you got to defend yourself,
True. Yeah,
then,
yeah.
like it could be good.
I guess, yeah, C tier is fine. All right, prologue, but this is, oh wait, hold on. No, this is different. All right, prologue, it's, I'm going to say kill yourself because you have to have the holes in your body in order for it to work. I think the same thing with Jupiter, actually. So I think Jupiter also goes and kill yourself.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's get rid of them.
All right, psychometry, S tier. This is reading
Yeah,
the
that's
memories
really
of other
good.
people. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better than memory bomb. Actually, I don't know. I feel like no, it's hard because we put memory bomb in A. I feel like they're pretty much the same, but like just slightly different. And if we put psychometry up here in S, I feel like memory bomb also deserves to be in S.
I think it depends what situation and position you're in, right? Like one would be more useful in like one situation, but then the other would be equally useful in
Yeah,
a
I
different
feel
one.
like
So
yeah, psychometry or psychometry, you could probably use it nearly every day.
yeah, I think in more scenarios it would be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the memory bomb is a bit more niche, maybe.
All right, puppeteering. What are your thoughts on this one?
Wait, this is Pito's one,
Yeah, this
right?
is Pito, and I think she can use it to like. Does she use it on Kite to like?
She uses it on Kite.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I,
he's just a corpse. Like, I
It-
don't know.
she also uses it on herself when she dies, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, but that was because her Nen got like insanely strong
Oh,
because she died, right?
Yeah, post-mortem.
So I
men.
think she was able to use it in like a very strong capacity where she was able to damage Gon.
Honestly, utterly useless because if it, I don't know if it only works on corpses or not.
maybe it could work on other stuff, but at the same time, I'd rather have any manipulation ability
Yeah.
than like this.
All right, next up we have Queen Shot.
Oh, so that's how she has like her whole like nest full of things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why you would use that though.
Yeah, you probably won't use it ever. So I'd say utterly useless.
Yeah,
All right, Rage Blast. Things go boom. D tier.
pretty much.
All right, Remote Punch. I think it is an A tier ability because it doesn't technically have to be a punch.
Really?
I mean, he only uses it for like punching Gene. But if you think about how Gene uses like the phasing bullets, he's kind of saying it has other applications to it. So say you want to create a teleportation, like if you're a doctor, like Leorio wants to be a doctor, right? And you're in the operating room and you want to reach across the room, you could just kind of teleport your arm to the other side of the room and grab something and then use it that way.
Yeah, so I think that makes sense if Jing's like been expanding on it as well. So yeah, if you can teleport other things as well, I think it does belong up there. Because
Yeah.
I think that's just generally like helpful and just could make things a lot faster.
All right, Rental Pod, utterly useless because there's no other abilities.
Yep.
Rider's High, I mean, maybe just, I'd say C tier because it's a better bike. It's a better like plane, I think she turns into.
I think it's more convenient for you just because you don't have to like get those things.
Yeah. You just
But if you have those things, then whatever.
Yeah. All right, Ripper Cyclone is just D tier. It would be broken in a sense if you were fighting, but you just don't need to destroy something by punching it.
Ripper Cyclone can kill Merowyn, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. But in the same sense, Goen's Rock is just D. Satellite Dragonflies, probably just like a better, it's like one of the good surveillance systems, probably somewhere in B tier, maybe C tier.
Yeah, like I could see it being useful, especially for just like knowing your surroundings. I don't know how much I would use it personally, but
I mean,
I do think it could be up there for sure.
If you're a nosy parent, it would be the best ability ever.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know, probably C tier though. Yeah, not B tier. All right, Scissor Hands, maybe even kill yourself. Well,
no, I kill myself. Yeah. Dude, why am I eating people's hair? Like,
yeah, it's pretty fucking ass.
yeah.
All right, Goen's Scissors. Goen's abilities just fucking suck. Could you just get a new Nen affinity and actually have good abilities, please?
This guy is just Naruto. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's just how he is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After watching the show, I had no recollection of him ever using anything other than rock. Like, I didn't even remember that he had these other abilities. So
he uses them. Next up, we have Scream. I'd probably put it in B tier.
I think it's just like the hand, but like as a Nen ability, right?
I don't know where are we saying? Probably BC, somewhere around there.
If you can like expand it and like make it bigger and then like move stuff into like the rooms like very quickly, it has some niche uses. I think B is
I think it's
like I think
better.
the rooms itself would be a lot better.
Yeah. Secret Noise, I don't know. These like random Chimera Ant abilities, they all just suck. They just go D tier. All right, Secret Window. I honestly forgot what this one was.
Is this is like an observation or surveillance ability,
oh yeah, you're right. It is a surveillance ability. This one again just goes with the other surveillance, but I think it's worse than the Satellite Dragonflies.
Yeah, I think C is fine, but it's definitely, like you said, not as good as the Dragonflies.
Seed Urn, on the other hand, is pretty interesting because, I mean, if you wanted to, you could have your descendants all be Nen users if they all put their blood in the Seed Urn, or like have a Nen beast, not Nen users. But it's in that sense, it's kind of just protection.
It is definitely. I think the way that they're using it to like pit them all against each other sucks. Like, I would not want that, right? But I think if it was something where like I was giving someone else like protection where like they're literally just not gonna die. Like Nick's ability, for example, like how the fuck are you gonna kill this guy, right?
Yeah.
Like in that sense, S tier, but since it's like unpredictable and like you're not using it on yourself either, and you also like need to win the succession war to get this ability. I don't know, probably lower.
Yeah, let's just let's just say C, because I guess there's like a cool niche use for it, but it's just so convoluted and there's probably a lot of restrictions to it that it's just not super useful. All right, silent worker. This one, if you can observe entire areas, it's like surveillance. Again, it's just surveillance, so it goes with the other ones.
Yeah, I guess it's just not as like it gives you a wide scope, but it's not as specific as the other ones.
Yeah.
So kind of evens out.
Skill hunter, I mean, we kind of already touched on this, that you can't steal other abilities if they don't exist. So
Yeah, it's useless. Now in the series,
now in the
one of the
series,
best, but
yeah. All right, Smoky Jail, probably just D.
yeah, it's the same thing as like the net of like web or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Spatial teleportation, I mean, anything that has to do with teleporting instantly becomes a top tier ability.
it's pretty good, yeah. Also, the prerequisites aren't that difficult. Like, you just need to
Yeah.
be in a closed room with like a door, right? And like
Yeah,
an opening.
not S tier, I don't think. Maybe it is S tier.
If you're in a long distance relationship, S tier.
Yeah, let's just put it somewhere in A tier. It's just because it's a more convoluted and annoying way to teleport compared to like hide and seek.
Yeah. Although I do think like I think if you're actually like at home, for example,
Yeah,
and like your room, it would be fine. It's just more so when he's on the ship, he has to worry about someone like getting into where he teleported from, right? So and getting surveyed as well.
wait. So if you're in a closed room, can you just teleport to another closed room? Is that how it works?
I think the way he uses it is like he's kind of in this like space that is like outside of like both of these rooms, and like he can peek into like a room, for example, and he could probably go into one, but I think the restriction is that if someone opens the door to the original room, he just like pops back to that one.
Oh, that's way worse than I thought it was. That's like probably B tier, maybe even C
I don't know.
tier.
I don't know, because I thought he could actually like get into the rooms though. Well, I
Uh,
don't know.
yeah, if he can get into the rooms, then I think it's definitely A tier.
Maybe let's just compromise on B.
Yeah, let's put it like mid B tier or something like that.
Yeah.
Spiritual message is pretty much just a messed up way to manipulate someone. Like hypnotic spell, it's pretty much hypnotic spell. So I'll probably put it with that.
Yeah, I can just like do a wider like range of people, but I don't know if it's like weaker or stronger.
Yeah. Then I'll just bump it right above hypnotic spell. All right, steel chain, useless because you can't steal other abilities that they don't exist. Stealth dolphin is giving an ability that you stole, which you can't do. All right, sun and moon is go make people go boom boom. D tier.
Wow, we're really speed running these ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not much to say about them.
For sure.
And then surveillance paper dolls, this just kind of goes with the other surveillance ones, right?
Yeah, I like C.
Tag,
Oh, it's so useless. Like...
Cheeto, you suck. You're so bad. I mean, to be fair, maybe if you're like, no, this is just a worse game of tag in real life.
And we don't even know what happens if like the person can't catch you because it's never shown.
True. Yeah.
We don't even know if there's like some benefit or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty useless.
Yeah.
Teleportation punch thing. I don't know. I think D tier. Like, where'd we put the other projectile punch? I think we put it C. Yeah, we put it in C.
I think it's probably fine if they're together.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I don't remember which one of them like wins this fight or like who has it. So probably whoever wins has like the better one for fighting, but like
I'm pretty sure the teleportation won.
yeah. But even in real life, maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, back to another Hisoka goated ability. I think texture surprise, A or S tier.
I don't think it's as good as bungee gum.
Bungee
But
jump.
yes, right. I don't think it's as good as bungee gum, but
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's very interesting though. But I do think in general it's like useful,
Yeah,
and you can get a lot of use out of like objects.
it's still, it's just really useful. Probably A tier.
Yeah.
All right, this one, the touch, the ability in the picture looks really weird, but I'm pretty sure. I remember when I was first reading this,
Hey,
I was like, hey yo, what is happening right now?
like, pause.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing as Hanzo's ability, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much just, it's like worse Hanzo's. All right, Thunderbolt. It's probably similar to somewhere like his other like lightning palm ability is.
Yeah, that one's the high D. So
Yeah, but it's like you
why
could.
is a Pokemon move in Hunter x Hunter? That's my question.
I mean, you could theoretically like somehow harness the power of the Thunderbolt and like use it for power or whatever, electricity, but I don't know, it's too convoluted, it's too complicated. You're not going to use it every day, so just D.
Yeah, it's probably too strenuous on you as well.
Yeah. All right, Tiger Bite Fist. All right, Castro, you suck. This ability is just not good, and I don't know, it's just self-defense technique.
What? Castro's the best Nen user in Hunter x Hunter.
For sure.
He definitely wasn't a narrative example.
No, not at all. He's definitely there for actual plot. Next up we have Gene, his ultrasound. This one's weird because again, it's not really his ability. He just is just a goat and he just uses different Hatsu abilities, and he can kind of like hear through the walls or like see through the walls via it.
Yeah. I guess it's like kind of similar to the dowsing chain.
Yeah, I'd
which is
say
in
it's
B tier.
worse than that though, because you can use
Probably.
the dowsing chain on like any map and find anything within that map. But this is
Oh
seems like,
yeah, it has different properties.
yeah, I'd probably put this one in C tier. It just isn't as good.
I think just the thing with this one is it probably gives you a better idea of your like immediate surroundings, but it doesn't have the same applications. So yeah, it probably is not in the same tier.
All right, next up we have Wink Blue. This is just another surveillance ability. No, I actually don't remember what this one is.
It's specifically like if she closes one of her eyes, then through
right,
that eye she can like the last 3 people.
Honestly, that's pretty cool. I mean, you're probably not going to use it unless you're, again, a creepy ass motherfucker. But
like she uses it to watch like Meruem and Komugi like die, which is like, bro, shut up. Like, why are you doing that? So yeah, I agree. You'd have to be like kind of weird to use it, but probably like C makes sense.
Yeah, C makes sense. All right, now finally at the last ability, we have quite possibly the most broken but not broken ability, Wish Granting. And I say it's broken and not broken because it's broken where you could literally have any wish come true, but then there's the price that you have to pay.
It definitely depends on the context, right? Like, first of all, if you're the one who has the ability, you're probably not the one who's gonna do anything with it, right? Because like, so I'm thinking like a general sense, like if you had someone like Killua who like could kind of bypass those restrictions, yeah, like S tier for that person and maybe for the world ? But
yeah,
for yourself, it doesn't matter at all. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you split the difference there, probably put in like B.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. It truly means the world to me that maybe even one of you are here. Also, if you've made it here and you haven't gone down and hit the subscribe button, then I don't know what the hell you are doing.
Yeah, subscribe, like for Nen.
Also, thanks to Kuro for joining me in this video, and all of his links will be in the description, so make sure to go check out his stuff. He makes some fire ass content. That's pretty much it. I love you. Bye.